So is that an enterprise sale or is that a consumer sale?
So Tripit is
consumer.
It's free,
Right.
so it's consumer, and Concur is enterprise. So we believe that the user experience needs to be identical.
Right.
And so to your question, is it a consumer sale or is it an enterprise? We are focusing on the user experience, and we want to give both our consumers through Tripit,
Right.
as well as our enterprise users that high level, high fidelity, high contextual experience.
But it's not just you and Tripit. I mean, there's an ecosystem around
Yes.
it as well. So
Correct. So part of Tripit is using SAP Vehicles Network,
okay,
and SAP Vehicles Network is actually a mobility marketplace for mobility and vehicle-centric services. One of them being parking. So the Tripit app actually leverages the functionality of the marketplace, ask for available spots or locations next to the destination of the end user, and then leverages the functionality of SAP Vehicles Network to complete the transaction from the search to the reservation to the payment and all the way to then leveraging it back into Concur for the expense reporting.
does this aggregate for a consumer? So I mean, one of the things is at the moment, I mean, US based obviously, but the ParkWiz and Spot Hero, you have to have two separate different apps. But I mean, would Tripit sort of give you the opportunity for not necessarily having to have that, but just have the Tripit app?
Yes, and we are obviously working very closely with ParkWiz, Parking Panda, Spot Hero, etc., and many other companies, both in the US, and we have multiple others in Europe. So to your point, but not. So to your point, we're kind of a layer, but the point is that it's not Tripit
Right.
that is going to be that layer. We announced at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona some of the things that we're doing with Hertz, the rental car. So you can imagine that from the Hertz rental car, similar to the experience that you have with the Tripit app, that you are, rented a car from Hertz and you're driving to your location.
Right.
And at that point, you want to find parking. And you have the same kind of nearby destination or parking in your Hertz app, just like you have it in your Tripit app.
Oh, okay.
So SAP Vehicles Network is a marketplace that gives API to what we call supply-side applications.
Yeah.
And those supply-side applications are both, Tripit is one example of that, but it could be an OEM in the dash or an OEM mobility app. It could be a rental car or many other applications. It could be a restaurant. But I would also highlight that today we also announced fueling.
I was going to say, you're
Fueling.
making the experience a lot easier for the driver,
Yeah,
right?
so we're also announced about 600 fueling stations in Germany. And we're doing the same thing for fueling, and we're going to come out with additional services. So the focus, as we said at the beginning, is mobility and vehicle-centric. So a set of services, not only focusing on parking and fueling, but much broader than that. And we're definitely going to continue and grow this because we're seeing SAP playing a critical part in combining a standard business process with a business network. And that's really an important theme for us.